Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Catalyst by Chandramouli Venkatesan, a comprehensive guide crafted to steer you through the complexities of career development. This book stands as a testimony to Venkatesan's extensive expertise, garnered from over 2.5 decades within the corporate battleground. Drawing from his experience in reputable organizations such as Asian Paints, Cadbury, and Merck Electronics, and his current role as CEO of Pidilite Industries, Venkatesan distills actionable strategies for aspiring professionals. With Catalyst, you'll explore how to make discerning choices in your career path, from the importance of selecting the right mentors and leaders to work under, to mastering the art of patience and leadership. The book serves as an invaluable resource for readers looking to elevate their career trajectory, presenting insights that transform routine work into a deliberate journey toward excellence. This podcast is perfect for ambitious professionals, executives, and managers seeking to gain a competitive edge, as well as coaches and work psychologists who guide others in their professional growth. Additionally, those intrigued by Venkatesan's earlier work, Get Better at Getting Better, will find Catalyst, a compelling continuation of his insights into corporate success and personal development. Join us as we summarize key concepts that can serve as the very catalyst you need to propel your career forward. A Catalyst, the ultimate strategies on how to win at work and in life. Introduction: Unlocking the secrets of career growth. Find your professional catalysts. Picture this. You're at the starting line of your professional journey, eager and ready to take on the world. You know the basics of a successful career: passion for your work, the willingness to work hard, and the ability to play well with others. But even with these components, you might be missing a secret ingredient: the catalysts that spark and sustain career growth. Catalysts come in various forms, like mentors who challenge you to find answers within yourself, or strategies that teach you the value of patience in achieving your goals. These are the X factors that can help you turbocharge your professional path without the risk of burning out. At their core, these strategies are about sustainable success. The journey you're on isn't a short sprint, but a marathon that requires endurance, foresight, and the right support systems. Embracing the right catalysts can mean the difference between a good career and a great one. As we delve into the world of catalysts, we'll uncover how obsessing over immediate advancement might actually hold you back. Insights from Aesop's famous fable that highlight the power of timing in your career, and the signs that can indicate a future boss could be the right catalyst for your professional success. Remember, the right catalysts aren't just about the what or the who, they're also about the when and how. As you absorb these career-transforming insights, you'll find yourself not just on a path to success, but on a journey to discovering your best professional self. Part 1. Foster Growth. Overclimbing the corporate ladder, a redefined approach to career advancement. Imagine you're in a relentless chase for the next title, the next office, the next echelon of corporate success. It's a common narrative in the corporate arena: scale the heights, no matter what. Yet career trajectories aren't racetracks that we can speed through. They resemble an ocean voyage, subject to a capricious climate that can change course without warning. Envision your career journey without the fixation on the sales of promotions and pay raises. Instead, think of it as captaining a ship, harnessing the winds of opportunity when they blow favorably, while also weathering the gales of change. Like a favorable wind that propels a ship forward, an industry surge can catapult your specialized skills into the limelight, setting you up for advancement and financial reward. But there are times when the wind turns against you. Consider the loyal employee, poised for promotion after years of unfaltering service, only to find their anticipated role has vanished in the company's new strategy. These upheavals remind us, efforts to control one's career progression may be futile. But rather than let anxieties about promotions consume you, you can elect to channel your energies into personal progress, gaining experience, honing your skills, and expanding your professional toolkit. Picture yourself as a baseball player, focused not on the victory that awaits at the end of the game, but on connecting with the ball, swing by swing. Give each pitch your undivided attention, and your track record might just lead you to win the game. Strive instead for the win, and the pressure could cause you to miss every shot. In the grand game of careers, it pays to attend to the day-to-day tasks, to perfect your role in the here and now. For in doing so, you will find not just success, but also the joy and fulfillment that comes from the journey, not just the destination. Part 2. True expertise comes from deliberate practice, not just occupation. Step into a standard job interview, and there's almost an unwritten script that both parties follow. One question that invariably pops up: what experience do you bring? It's part and parcel of the interview dance, where you tout the number of years you've labored in a certain position. Yet, what does that tally really indicate? The truth: those years might reveal little about the depth or the quality of your experience. Occupying a role for a long stretch isn't synonymous with mastering it. Consider mundane activities like sleeping or strolling. You wouldn't cite them as expertise merely because you engage in them daily. And yet, claiming years of professional experience passes unchallenged. The reality, in many workplaces, is stark. Individuals go through the motions, barely skimming the surface of learning and improvement. This routine performance isn't genuine experience. So, what constitutes authentic experience? It's born from an active learning cycle with 3 key steps: practice, review, and improvement. Picture a sales manager we'll call Mr. B. Conventionally, his achievements might be measured by his sales numbers, but diving deeper, true experience is gauged by what he learns from each interaction. Take hiring, for example. After interviewing candidates, Mr. B ought to reflect on what was successful and what faltered, contemplating how future interviews could be honed for better outcomes. Similarly, every customer engagement is an opportunity for Mr. B to refine his sales approach. By actively evaluating and questioning your performance, you gain an acute awareness of your areas for growth. It's this reflective process, identifying, addressing, and overcoming weaknesses, that builds real expertise. This is how doing your job transforms into a dynamic experience that hones true skill and proficiency. Part 3. Embarking on major projects, a pathway to enriching your professional experience. Behind every high flyer in the corporate skyline, there's a common thread: an involvement in key projects from the drawing board to the ribbon cutting. This involvement is known as a learning cycle, and it's a golden ticket for those aiming to enrich their career experiences. Imagine your company is on the cusp of releasing a groundbreaking product. The process unfolds in several stages: identifying product necessities, crafting a plan, prototyping, and setting up production and sales channels before launching. This journey from start to finish embodies a complete learning cycle. However, walking through this cycle demands more than merely showing up. You must immerse yourself, bear the weight of decisions, and own the outcomes to truly learn and elevate your expertise. It's that active engagement that will stretch your skills and deepen your understanding across various facets of the business. So, the big question: how can you carve out chances to partake in these expansive learning cycles? Vigilance is key. Keep an ear open for talk of fresh initiatives. When whispers of new ventures reach you, volunteer. Don't wait for the knock of opportunity. Fling the door wide open. If the conversations around you seem quiet, don't be deterred. Forge your own path by innovating within your niche. A factory manager might envisage refining a production stream. An IT expert could devise software to streamline tedious decision-making. By actively participating or initiating major projects, you're not just filling a seat. You're investing in a hands-on educational journey that will pay dividends in professional depth and personal growth. Part 4. Mastering the Art of Patience, the key to striding toward success. The fable of the tortoise and the hare isn't just a bedtime story. It's a lesson in pacing, especially pertinent to your career trajectory. As you step onto your career path, the initial burst of energy is expected, even encouraged. But be wary of burning out before you've even hit the midpoint. The long road to career triumph is less a sprint and more a well-timed marathon, with strategic paces setting you up for victory. Picture two marketers, seasoned by a decade of experience and leading departments at sizable firms. As their professional halftime show concludes, they face a fork in their career paths, a juncture where opportunities for significant promotions arise. Here, the stark difference between the endurance of the tortoise and the haste of the hare becomes clear. The tortoise, with stamina to spare, is likely to leapfrog into a chief marketing officer role. The hare, likely winded from an early sprint, may find her momentum stalled. Positioning yourself for the vital pivot toward career zenith involves mastering delayed gratification and keeping your endgame in sight. Consider a young, ambitious artist opting for a 5-year mentorship under a renowned master. The apprentice pours her talent into works that ultimately bear another's signature, a lesson in humility that may test patience. It's tempting to bow out early, isn't it? To want to claim the spotlight now rather than later. Yet, if our aspiring artist prematurely steps away from her mentorship to seek immediate fame, she risks forgoing the intricate craftsmanship that only years under tutelage can bestow. The wisdom lies in resisting immediate rewards for future grandeur. It's about recognizing that the depth and range of your skills, amassed patiently over time, will eventually propel you faster toward career pinnacles. The delayed gratification you practice now pays off when experience and opportunity align, catapulting you to the success you've paced yourself for all along. Part 5. Building a strong foundation in problem solving. Early on. Visualize this scenario. You're a burgeoning professional, about 5 years into your office career, when an enticing offer lands at your feet. A senior role at a competing firm, vacant due to an abrupt resignation. It appears to be a golden ticket. However, as tempting as it may be, rushing into such an opportunity can lead to a critical oversight, the loss of invaluable skill-building time that typically occurs in the early stages of your career. To illustrate, let's consider two colleagues, Amit and Vijay, who embody contrasting career strategies. Amit plants roots in a single organization, while Vijay migrates from job to job, city to city, each year. Fast forward 3 years, Vijay has collected a mosaic of market insights, yet Amit wields something far more potent, a comprehensive toolkit of skills. Why is Amit's achievement so significant? His tenure in one firm has allowed him repeated cycles of action and reflection, enabling him to refine his approach and outcomes. Meanwhile, Vijay's knowledge, primarily based on market trends, can be mimicked with a few clicks and calls. The expertise Amit possesses, born from sustained engagement and learning, is not as easily replicated. The early career years present an unrivaled apprenticeship in problem solving. New perspectives come easily to fresh eyes, allowing you to address issues that others might overlook. Those are your low-hanging fruits. Yet, the true test begins as these initial challenges wane. By staying the course, diving deeper, you equip yourself to tackle complexities that surface with time. This rigorous exercise in problem solving is not merely a phase, it's an investment in a skill that will be your ally at every juncture of your professional journey. The early half of your career then becomes a fertile ground. Cultivate your problem solving prowess during this phase, and you set the stage for a trajectory peppered with impactful strategic successes. It's about playing the long game, recognizing that these formative years aren't just for doing, but for growing, for transforming every task into a lesson in troubleshooting and every challenge into an opportunity for refinement. Part 6. Following the leaders. How exceptional bosses spur your success. It's a common refrain in today's self-starting culture. You are the architect of your own success. While there is truth to this sentiment, it overlooks the profound impact our mentors, often our bosses, have on our development. The knowledge we glean from others shapes our professional path, highlighting the importance of working under the wing of exemplary leaders. Before seeking out the creme de la creme of bosses, let's distinguish between the types you're apt to encounter early in your career. On one side stands the result-oriented boss, laser-focused on targets and deadlines, keeping a close eye on performance metrics, nudging you constantly toward goals. Contrastingly, there's the second breed of boss. Results matter to them, sure, but your personal and professional growth holds equal weight. These leaders are mentors, nurturing your ability to think critically and find solutions independently. Under their tutelage, you're encouraged not just to complete tasks, but to reflect on them, fostering learning with each project tackled. The value of such a mentor boss in accelerating your career trajectory cannot be overstated. So, how do you track down these maestros of management? Your first clue lies in the company's talent dynamics. A business that not only attracts top talent but retains it likely has a leadership team that's doing something right. Such a draw often signals an environment where bosses are more than managers, they're cultivators of talent. A more direct method involves a little sleuthing. Find someone with insider knowledge and inquire about the company's culture. How are employees appraised? Is there a focus on personal growth, or is it a rigid numbers game? A company steeped in developmental values and supportive mentorship is a beacon, signaling a potential match for your next career move. Ultimately, aligning yourself with a boss who believes in nurturing talent could be a game changer. It's these leaders who will push you beyond your perceived limits, inspiring you to not just achieve but to redefine what excellence means in your professional life. Part 7. Balance team leadership with individual challenge through intensive hobbies. Diving deep into the lives of top-tier executives reveals an intriguing pattern. Not only do they have a knack for guiding projects from inception to fruition, but they also often engage in stimulating hobbies. Such pastimes are not chosen at random. They tend to be what the author calls striving sports, competitive, solo activities that require dedication to excel. Picture running, cycling, swimming, or golf. Pursuits that set the stage for a person to always aim to outdo their personal best. Why does this matter in a corporate context? These sports cultivate a mindset geared towards self-improvement and boundary pushing, attributes that directly translate to a business leader's objective to steer their company toward new pinnacles of success. Staying entrenched in this growth-centric mentality through sports helps executives maintain a competitive edge, even outside office hours. You might wonder if executives really need more challenges, but it's important to consider the shift in focus that occurs when one climbs the ranks to a senior role. As you ascend, the emphasis moves from personal achievements to fostering a team's collective triumphs. If you're an engineer turned executive, for example, earlier in your career you might have been hands-on in resolving technical issues. Now, your role revolves around assembling and orchestrating a team towards a unified objective, an evolution from individual problem-solving to enabling team synergy. This transition, while rewarding, can sideline your innate competitive spirit. Your responsibilities bear more weight, but the domain of personal victory narrows. This is where the role of striving sports becomes clear. These activities offer an outlet for that competitive drive, acting as a release valve of sorts. An executive can channel their combative energy into a marathon and arrive back at work with a refreshed mindset, ready to approach broader team-focused challenges with clarity and strategic vision. In essence, continuing to engage in exacting hobbies allows business leaders to sustain their competitive spirit while smoothly transferring their drive into empowering others in the workplace. Part 8. Leadership that lasts. The intersection of position, message, and values. In every corner of the globe, leaders make their mark, some by command, and others through the dedicated loyalty they inspire. What distinguishes a run-of-the-mill leader from one that leaves a legacy is worth examining through the lenses of position, message, and most importantly, values. Let's consider a leader's position and message first. Influence and follower count can relate directly to the hierarchy. A CEO will naturally wield more clout than a vice president, simply by virtue of her role. Yet the role is just a platform. It's the message that will dictate the nature and fervor of the following. If the CEO of an advertising agency declares they'll sidestep smaller brands, this policy will polarize. It will court some followers while alienating others who find the approach narrow-minded. However, beyond position and message lies a deeper, more fundamental element of leadership: the leader's moral fabric. Leaders who advocate for and exemplify ethical principles tend to attract the most profound and enduring support. Take the example of Mahatma Gandhi, a figure synonymous with moral leadership. His austere lifestyle and unwavering commitment to truth and nonviolence resonated deeply, aligning perfectly with the values of the Indian independence movement. Gandhi's life demonstrated his convictions, marking him as sincere and trustworthy in a sea of self-serving politicos. With an entire nation's aspirations for sovereignty and dignity on his shoulders, he rallied millions to the cause, with his personal values amplifying his leadership prowess. This moral dimension is a testament to the power of value-based leadership. If you aspire to lead, know that your personal value system is not a mere accessory, but the keystone of your ability to inspire and mobilize. Because ultimately, leadership is not just about what position you hold or the message you preach. It's about living the values that give those words weight and galvanizing others with the authenticity of your vision. Final summary. Embarking on a career path is an exercise in strategic thinking and long-term vision. The key to a fulfilling and successful professional journey lies in appreciating the marathon ahead and setting a sustainable pace. The early stages are not just about climbing the ladder swiftly, but about immersing yourself in learning and skill building. This is the crucial period for sharpening your capabilities, nurturing problem-solving expertise, and solidifying a growth mindset. As you lay this groundwork, it's essential to remember that the strides you make now are investments in your future. They will enable you to accelerate with confidence when the time is right, propelling you through the latter half of your career with the acumen and experience you've cultivated. In this grand adventure, every action, every learned lesson, and every opportunity seized or created will converge, equipping you with the tools to navigate the twists and turns of the professional landscape. Embrace the journey with patience and strategy, and you'll be poised to thrive in the long run. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.